Hi friends, Evolving Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for following along with our collection journey. So today is another exciting Master Set Monday video. We are going to work on building a Master Set. In this case, we're looking at Destined Rivals, the new set from Pokemon that released in late May. And so we're going to open our third and probably final booster box of Destined Rivals. You can see I have it here. It is all sealed up. Yeah, I want to thank a different store for allowing me to have this booster box. I did pay for it, of course, but Comic Book Shop, which is a local chain, they have 3 locations in Spokane where I live. I would highly recommend them to anybody who is interested in not just Pokemon, but any trading card game, plus comic books and other sort of items. They are one of the larger, I think, stores. They have 3 locations in our area: the Northtown Mall location, the Division Street location, and then the Spokane Valley location. And so I am thankful that I was able to get this full sealed booster box from them. And they charge a reasonable price for these. I think they do a really good job of trying to charge as close to MSRP for products as possible. I really appreciate that. Again, local game stores really can vary a lot in sort of how they're handling this current moment of the Pokemon hobby, where you find all sorts of prices on all sorts of products. And so I appreciate that, you know, they get pretty good allocations for things. They still can disappear, but I think they do a really good job trying to keep prices reasonable for actual like people and collectors and kids and others who are going to want access to products. So yeah, so they charged me, you know, the equivalent of like $5 a pack for this. So that's around $180 for a booster box. That's way under market price. So I really appreciate them for kind of doing that. And so we're going to open 36 packs of Destined Rivals today and see what we pull. Again, I would expect out of 36 packs that we would pull 5 to 6 double rares. We'd pull around 3 illustration rares, around 3 ultra rares. And then, you know, the wild card is, do we get an SAR? Or do we get a hyper rare? We have been lucky. We've pulled 2 SARs so far. And, you know, with any booster box, I think it's about a 50-50 shot to pull an SAR. So I'd say we have about a 50% chance to pull an SAR. And then we have probably about a 1 in 3 chance to pull a hyper rare, which is a gold card. So we're going to see what we find in this. Ideally, we're going to find stuff that we still need for our master set. We're working on our Destined Rivals master set. It's a little too early, in my view, to pick up singles for this set. So we'll look through. You get the 2 reverse holo cards, which we are still wanting the reverse holos. So for us, a master set includes all the reverse holos. And then you get this holo rare card, what they call a regular rare card. And then I'm going to give the code cards away. I mentioned on a recent video that code cards are just like, there's just no value in reselling code cards. I mean, even some of the third-party apps that will pay you for code cards, like at least the ones that I've used in the past. They used to charge, you know, give you a penny per code card, which, you know, now seems like pretty amazing because lately they've gone down to just like Rabska EX. So that's a double rare. Our first hit, nothing too exciting there, but we will take a hit. Again, I'd expect 5 to 6 of these double rares. So we're going to try to remember to go back and forth and see which side of the booster box is better for us. But anyway, code cards, yeah, now this third-party app that I've used is only charging like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny. All right, Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX. That is, you know, if you're going to get a double rare, that is actually a very playable card. It didn't do as well at, I mean, it did pretty well, I think, at NAIC recently, but maybe not as well as some people thought. And so it'll be interesting to see, you know, the fate of that deck going forward. But you know, I think last I checked, that card has a resale value of, you know, maybe $4 to $5. So for a double rare, that's pretty good. Again, any of the trainers that we get out of here, we package those and sell them on our eBay store. Check out the link in the description. Hey, Team Rocket's Wheezing. We did need this card. This is an illustration rare. You can see by the single gold star, and this is number 199. So this is a card we need for the master set. So that's exciting. We're happy to have that. And again, I would expect around 3 illustration rares out of all these 36 packs. So that's our first. Again, that's not guaranteed. These are just like average hit rates that you can kind of expect. I would say, though, as we're kind of opening this booster box, I mean, I'm lucky to be able to open this booster box. I'm appreciative of having access to it for a somewhat reasonable price. Hey, Team Rocket's Proton. I think we actually need this. This is an ultra rare card. It's a full art trainer card. We would have called it in the past, but now we would call it an ultra rare card number 227. So that is a card that we need for the master set. Most of the time, the ultra rares don't really hold a lot of value. Those are the kind of particular kind of rarity that probably compared to almost all the others that just doesn't really hold value that well. Most ultra rare cards in modern sets in Scarlet and Violet end up being essentially close to bulk pricing. So, but we do need it for the master set, so that's kind of what we're after right now is can we find cards for the master set. All right, 2 reverses, and then we get the regular rare. Give the code there. Yeah, but anyway, as I was saying, like, I'm lucky to open this, and I think, again, the comic book shop is charging a pretty reasonable price for this. I mean, a very reasonable price, actually, for this booster box. But that said, I mean, it just never, in the modern moment, it almost never makes sense to open packs if you're interested in getting your value back, because there's just not enough valuable cards in any given set. Where did I leave off? This is where I always get talking and then I lose track. That didn't last very long, that I was trying to keep track of what I'm pulling where. But yeah, just like that's kind of a word to the wise. I remember when I was a new collector and just trying to make sense of the hobby. And it is true. I mean, of course, we like to rip packs. And I appreciate Danny Phantom, who's a YouTuber, talks about the fun cost. There's some, we'll pay to go to a movie, or we'll pay to do all kinds of things, have experiences, have good food. And there's some like part of that's like a fleeting experience where you're not left with any tangible thing at the end except just your memory and the experience of it. And so I think there is, a sense of like fun costs of opening Pokemon cards. It's just kind of fun to rip packs and to see what you get. But as far as actually like recouping the value, like it's almost impossible to recoup, even if we pulled the chase card in the set. I mean, that's almost the only way that we're going to actually pull more out of these packs than we paid for this. And so you have to keep that in mind. If you're collecting master sets, then really the way to do that, oh, there's something peeking out. All right, a Regirock EX, that is also an ultra rare card. This, again, you can kind of see the artwork is similar. This is also ultra rare. This is illustration rare. It's a little more maybe realistic, so to speak. We do need this card for the master set, so that is good that we pulled that. We'll take it again. Probably not a very valuable card monetarily, probably just a few dollars. But so anyway, that's why, I mean, I think Pokemon in some ways has a challenge because they, sealed product like a booster box, it almost, if you can get access to a booster box, it just doesn't almost make sense to open it, and of course now because the market price of these booster boxes is so expensive, then it definitely doesn't make sense. You're not going to come anywhere near getting your value back if you're paying market price for a booster box, which right now is like around $250 for Destined Rivals. That's over almost $100 more than the manufacturer's suggested retail price. And so it just, yeah, we're in a moment where sealed stuff is, it is being collected kind of as a thing in and of itself. There is something peeking out. Team Rocket's Moltres EX. This is a double rare, so another double rare. What do we have? 3 double rares now that we've pulled. We would expect to pull, again, probably 6 double rares. So anyway, it was a different value proposition back when you could get a booster box for $100, where wholesale over booster box was, $70 or $80 or something like that, from what I've just heard on other channels. And then, as a consumer, if you were paying $100, Clamperl, all right, we got a Clamperl. We actually have this one. This is an illustration rare. It's got that single gold star. Probably not my favorite artwork of like the ones, but so we've pulled what, 2 illustration rares now, and so I would expect one more. I mean, we hope for more than that. Again, we pulled 2 ultra rares and 2 double rares, 2 ultra rares and 2 illustration rares. So we have a lot of packs left to open. So we'll have to see if we actually get close. We should, maybe exceed that expected number of 3. Again, it's just an estimate based on pull rates. Nothing in this pack. So where did we end up? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on this side. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, well, even if I did it out of order, there's 11 packs on each side, which gives us 22 packs. So we're actually kind of ahead of the pace when it comes to hits, I would say. So I don't know. There's one peeking out at us. We're going kind of quickly through these cards because we have a lot of packs to open. All right, a Regirock EX. That is another double rare. So yeah, we've pulled 1, 2, 3, 4 double rares. We've pulled 2 illustration rares. We've pulled 2 ultra rares. And we still have quite a few packs left. So I'm interested to see, does that mean we're going to go through a long dry spell? Or does it mean we're going to pull, have a super good booster box that's going to have extra hits in it compared to what we might expect? The trainers, energy cards, those are helpful, again, for just like something to resell to get some value back. I do, like to support the TCG in that way. I have a store on eBay where I basically just sell trainer cards. If we do pull other like duplicates of some of these hits, then I'm more likely to either resell those or to kind of trade those in for stored credit locally. I've done different things with those over the years. I used to sell them on eBay, but that does take a lot of work to list them. And then you have to wait for them to sell. They may or may not sell right away. And so one nice thing about taking them to a store is you kind of have that instant gratification of instant credit that I can use to turn into the singles that I want. We just did a video on last week where I, showed some of the kind of the bigger chase card hits that I was able to get because I was able to turn cards I had into stored credit, and then you can kind of keep your eyes open onto what's coming into the store, and when they get something that you still need, that I still need for a master set, you can turn those cards into it. So anyway, this is no shade. We're going quickly through these, but no shade on the commons and uncommons, the trainer cards. We collect those. We want at least one of each of those for the master set. The reverse hollows also are helpful. We like the reverse hollows. We try to, for me, a master set includes all the reverses, so we try to pull as many as we can. At a certain point, it just makes sense. There's usually, when we're kind of done opening the bulk of the packs we're going to open of a given set, then we'll probably, I'll go through and pick up as singles the cards that we need for the reverses that we need to complete the master set. I think for me, I was mentioning earlier, it's still a little early to buy a lot of singles from this set. I find that it does take several months for prices to stabilize, which can be hard because I'm eager to be working on the master set as quickly as possible. I mean, we're kind of working on it by opening packs, which again, I already talked about is not the most cost-effective way to chase a master set, but it is fun if you just, want to open some packs from time to time and see what you get. You're not likely to pull the cards that you need, especially as you need fewer and fewer cards. All right, Arven's Mabostiff EX, again, a double rare. We have had a little bit of a dry spell here, which I kind of expected, just given that we had a bunch of hits early on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're still even, 7 and 7. So we still have 14 packs. That's quite a few. And again, I think I would expect one more ultra rare, one more illustration rare. If we pulled a special illustration rare or a hyper rare, that would be like super bonus. It'd be great to pull one of those. I see something peeking out maybe. Okay, Yan Mega EX, another double rare. So I think we even have our 6 double rares. We've got 3 on this side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we've pulled all the double rares I would expect. Again, we have a lot of packs left, so we'll see. There are no A-spec cards in this set, so in the past I would have counted those as hits, which does maybe inflate the hit rate a little bit. But there are no more A-specs, so I wouldn't. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what we end up getting out of these final, I guess, 12 packs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So yeah, great to pull an SIR or a hyper rare. The hyper rares peeking out are a little easier to tell just because, they are gold. Give you guys the code card. So anyway, like I said, after this, I'm not going to, I don't know, we'll see if we even get access to a booster box. I'm not going to pay market price for a booster box. It doesn't make sense. And so at this point, hey, Team Rocket's Meowth. I do think we need, I'm trying to think. I think we need this one. This is an illustration rare. Again, that single gold star, number 203. I'm pretty sure we need this one. So that is our third illustration rare. So again, I would expect 3 in a booster box. We still have quite a few packs left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. So we still have 10 packs. And I would expect, you know, just again, based on averages, one more ultra rare, and then, you know, otherwise we've pulled kind of everything I would expect, unless we are lucky to get an SIR code card. So we'll see. It could just be a dry spell here at the end. And before we open the very last pack, we'll do, we'll do an assessment of everything we've pulled in this booster box. Okay, and again, the comment or the reverse hollows are great. We'll go through after, you know, after, one thing I like doing as much as opening the packs is kind of after a big opening like this, we have a lot of cards to go through. I sort out the cards into their different groupings, and then, you know, make sure, of course, we pull anything that will be helpful for the master set. One. And then we pull out anything else that can be of value to resell, to claw back some of our value, including the reverse hollows. All right, Snover, that's my Tomokazu Kamiya, my favorite artist. I'd like to have one of his cards for the Tomokazu Kamiya binder. Something's peeking out. Ooh, that looks maybe cooler. Oh, no, just a, well, that's still good. A Team Rockets Mewtwo EX. This deck I don't think did quite as well as people had hoped in the recent NAIC, but it is. So we did pull 7. That's our kind of an extra, quote unquote. Not really. I mean, these are just averages. All right, we're down to 6 packs left. So I would expect, we pulled one extra ultra rare, or excuse me, one extra double rare than I might expect typically. And we're still searching maybe for one more ultra rare is what I would expect. I mean, 2 to 4. Oh, there's something peeking out. Ooh, I think, well, yeah, I think we got something. Of course, an SIR would be, all right, I can't quite. Team Rockets Crobat EX. Oh, that's an SIR. Nice. See, it's got the 2 gold stars. So look at us. We pulled an SIR. Very cool. There's going to be nothing else. We'll give you the code, and we'll take a closer look at this card. All right. It's not one of the very top ones. I think, you know, the Mewtwo and the Cynthia's Garchomp are the top 2 cards, but yeah, very cool. So we've been really lucky. We've pulled an SIR in every single booster box that we have opened. It's not guaranteed, and so again, I think in general it's a 1 in 2 chance to pull an SIR out of a booster box. Or otherwise, it's, you know, you get a SIR in about 1 in every like 70 to 80 packs. All right, there's the code. So, well, that's exciting. We have 4 packs left. And we, again, the question in my mind when you open a sealed booster box is, are you going to get an SIR or not? And we did. So that's exciting. And then, again, I would expect maybe one more ultra rare. Well, there's something peeking out there. This has been a really good booster box. Yeah, Team Rockets Crobat EX. Again, just, quote-unquote, just a double rare, but we pulled 8 double rares, I think, out of this box, which is more than you would expect. Again, I think the only category that we've been a little low on is the ultra rares. I would expect 3. We pulled 2, but those are the least valuable. I mean, those are easy to pick up as singles, so it's not like, and we can't complain given that we did hit an SIR in this box. All right, we're down to 2 packs left. So maybe before we open these final 2 packs, we'll do a quick assessment. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 double rares. So again, that's this kind of most basic kind of form there. 8 double rares. This is hiding. We have, we'll put that on top maybe. We have 1, 2, just the 2 ultra rares, and then illustration rares. We have 1, 2, 3 illustration rares, and again we have the 1 SIR. So let's see if we have any last pack magic. I wouldn't expect anything in these last 2 packs, just given what we've pulled so far. It's been a really solid booster box for sure. We cannot complain about this in any way. Okay, nothing there. All right, and we're down to our last one. So thanks for following along with our channel. Again, we are usually 3 videos a week, a Master Set Monday video where we're working on a master set of some kind. We're opening just packs of one particular set where we don't have a full master set, so we're trying to pull cards we need for that master set. Wildcard Wednesdays are just kind of random, like whatever I kind of strikes my fancy, something I have on hand to open. And Fun Fridays, similar, just trying to have a little fun with the hobby. That's what this channel is about. It's a hobby that I got into thanks to my son, and we've enjoyed it together for many years. And now he's moved on to a lot of other things, but I really kind of got hooked, so I'm continuing. Hey! Oh, I almost thought this was a second SIR. Team Rocket's Orbeetle. Now this is Last Pack Magic. This is an illustration rare. So we actually got 4 illustration rares in this set and an SAR. So this is a really good booster box. Thank you to Uncles again. I'll link them in the description. They don't have a huge online presence as far as Pokemon card products or singles, but they do have a great in-store presence. And so if you are in the Spokane, Washington area, you should check them out. So anyway, last code card. And yeah, look at that. We did very well with this booster box. Even though we did so well with this booster box, it doesn't mean we got our value back. I mean, that's no shade on the comic book shop for their selling it to us for the price they did. They gave us a really good deal on it, but it is just you cannot make your money back. So if you have money to spend and you really are targeting particular Pokemon or even a master set, you're better off just buying the single cards. But it is fun. Like I said, with Danny Phantom, there is a fun cost. So it was really fun to open this with you all. So thank you guys. We will add these to our master set binder, and we'll catch you with new videos coming at you very soon. Thanks for following, like, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video really soon.